Meet the spooky faces of Jackie and Scully. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Spooky Faces is a beginner-friendly project that features glow-in-the-dark pony beads with no pre-stringing required. You can add just one or both faces to your project. Now you can wear this around your neck as a cowl or around your head as an ear warmer. The height is approximately 8 inches tall. The circumference is approximately 22 inches. To make the cowl wider, just add stitches at the sides of the beaded faces. To make it taller, add rounds before and or after the beaded rounds. You notice that it's a little narrower at the top, and that's so that it snugs up to the face, but you can, as I said, customize. It is wider at the base to fit comfortably around the collarbone as a cowl and around the forehead as an ear warmer. We will be working in the round, and here's the lovely seam that we will make as we work. It joins every single round, and it looks good from the outside and the inside, as you can see. And it looks consistent with all the other stitches. This join will help us keep our beads aligned so that they are not askew. A quick word about care before I briefly go into supplies. Always hand wash in mild detergent. So the first time, hand wash, shape to your desired dimensions, and then lay it flat to dry. For future washes, hand wash, lay it flat, reshape, and then let it air dry. The yarn I'm using today is Premier Serenity Chunky Yarn, and you can use any number 5 bulky weight yarn that you like. The color of this yarn, beautiful yarn, is, let me see, it's called Reef. And it's a nice, soft, and squishy yarn that's easy to work with. For the main hook, you'll need a 12mm hook. And then you'll need a smaller hook to place your beads. This is a size 3.25mm hook, size D3. And here are my pony beads. They're glowing in dark pink. And the rest of the supplies, you'll need 2 stitch markers, tapestry needle, scissors, and then 66 pony beads for this project. You can use any color you want. Alrighty, so we're going to begin this project by working 34 what I call knotless foundation single crochet, and I will link the full tutorial on that. In the meantime, let me go over it. It's when we work the foundation chain and the first round of single crochet together. So leave about 6 inches for your tail. No slip knot. Go ahead and make a loop by crossing that working strand in front of the tail. And now you're going to chain 2. So hold that loop open, insert your main hook, and then go ahead and chain 1 and then 2. Now, insert your hook into that first chain, yarn over, draw up loop, and then extend that loop. This is going to keep that foundation portion of chain portion straight and not curved. Extend the loop, and now I'm going to yarn over and draw up a loop. Okay, foundation chain portion finished. Now let's do the single crochet portion. Yarn over, draw through those 2 loops that are left on the hook. And so that's how you start this technique. And now let me untwist the tail and cinch it up close to the work so it's nice and neat. And now we're going to, this is how you will work the rest of your foundation single crochet. So locate those 2 loops on the bottom, rotate the work towards you, insert the main hook underneath and yarn over, draw up a loop and extend it like you did before. Then go ahead and chain 1, 2 loops left, and then yarn over, draw through the 2 loops. That's the second one. Do that again. Rotate your work toward you, locate those 2 loops at the bottom, insert the hook underneath those 2 loops, yarn over, extend the loop, chain 1, and then yarn over, draw through the 2 loops. So I've made 3. You're going to continue until you have 34, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to properly join the round. Foundation single crochet stitches are done, and thanks to the extended loop, everything is pretty much nice and straight. So let's join the round with the invisible join. And so bring the first and last stitches together so that they're next to each other, like I'm doing. Take the hook off the loop, put it aside for a second. And now this is the right side of the work, right? Hold those two stitches together. Now turn to the wrong side of the work. All right. Make sure that that working yarn stays back there and doesn't cross over to the right side. And we're going to bring those stitches together. So grab your hook, insert it into that first stitch of the round, put the loop back onto the hook, and then just draw it through that first stitch. Cinch everything up, turn it back to the right side, and they're right next to each other. Give me a second while I readjust. Okay, I'm going to grab my stitch marker and put it into that last stitch so I can keep track of it. I'm working directly into the first stitch of the second round. This is round 2. Single crochet into that first stitch. And after that, we're going to single crochet around the back loop only of each stitch into the last stitch. So first, that's the front loop, back loop, single crochet around the back loop only. And you're going to keep doing this until you get to the last stitch. When you get to that last stitch, you're going to single crochet, and I'll show you the invisible join going forward. I'm at the last stitch, and I forgot to tell you to put a marker in your first stitch as well so you can keep track of that one. So go ahead and single crochet. Let me take the stitch marker out. Single crochet into that. Oh, come on. Single crochet into that last stitch. And then let's do that invisible join. This is how you're going to do it going forward. Take the loop off the hook, turn it to the wrong side, insert your hook into that first stitch, put the loop back onto the hook, draw it through the first stitch, cinch everything up, turn it to the right side, and now we're ready to work directly into the first stitch for round 3. Round 3. Go ahead and single crochet into the first 5 stitches. And now we're going to add some beads. We're going to do Jackie's mouth first. I'm going to add our first beaded stitch right here. Single crochet a bead right here. Go ahead and insert your hook into that stitch, yarn over, drop a loop, take the loop off the hook, and then with your smaller hook that has the bead loaded onto them, I usually put multiple beads onto the hook for efficiency. Go ahead and take the hook, insert it into the loop, and then draw that loop through the bead hole. Put the hook aside. Put that loop back onto the main hook and finish that single crochet. Yarn over, draw through the 2 loops, and it's that easy. Let's do a 2-stitch repeat, okay? 3 times. So single crochet, and then single crochet a bead. I'm going to do these 2-stitch combination 3 times total. So draw that loop through the bead hole, put it back onto the hook, yarn over, draw through the 2 loops, single crochet, and single crochet a bead. I'll work this first round showing you the bead, single crochet bead a little slower, so that way you can get familiar with the stitch. Go ahead and single crochet, and then single crochet another bead. Use your smaller hook to draw the loop through the bead hole, place it back onto the main hook, and then go ahead and yarn over, and we are done adding 4 beads for Jackie's mouth. Now go ahead and single crochet into the next 13 stitches, and then we will work the beginning of Scully's mouth. Okay, to do that, meet me back here. I am ready to work Scully's mouth. So in the next 3 stitches, you're going to work a single crochet bead, and then you're going to single crochet, and then single crochet a bead once more. And that is going to be the beginning of Scully's mouth. Single crochet in the remaining 6 stitches, then invisible join. Round 4, single crochet into the first 4 stitches, and then single crochet a bead into the next stitch. We're going to place 5 beads for Jackie's mouth in this round, working a little bit faster. So do that 2-stitch repeat. you're going to single crochet a bead 4 times. So pause the video, work that combination, and then come back. All right, so I placed 5 beads for Jackie's mouth, and this is what it looks like. Jackie's mouth is done, by the way. Let me adjust this real quick for you so you can see. All right, there you go. And as you can see, it makes kind of a zigzag pattern. You see that? Okay, so done with Jackie's mouth, and so Scully's mouth is left. Go ahead and single crochet into the next 10 stitches. Then we will continue working Scully's mouth. 10 single crochet done, and now single crochet a bead into that next stitch. And then work the 2-stitch combination, let's see, 3 times. Single crochet a bead, and then do that twice more. This is what it looks like after you place those 4 beads onto Scully's mouth. And you can see how they stack. And then all you have to do is single crochet into the last 4 stitches, an invisible join. Round 5. Once again, Jackie's mouth is done. So go ahead and single crochet into the first 23 stitches and we'll complete Scully's mouth. You're going to do exactly what you did in the round below. Start by single crocheting into that next bead and then do that 2-stitch combination. So go ahead and do that and then return and we will finish the round. Scully's mouth is finished, as you can see right here. And so go ahead and single crochet in the remaining 4 stitches of the round and invisible join. Round 6 and 7, single crochet all stitches, invisible join. Round 8, that invisible join is looking fantastic. So go ahead and single crochet into the first 8 stitches, and then we'll work on Jackie's nose. Single crochet a bead into that next stitch. We're not going to work on Scully's nose this round. We're not going to start Scully's nose this round. Let me show you how it stacks up so you know you're in the right position. Go ahead and single crochet into the remaining 25 stitches and then invisible join. Round 9. Single crochet in the first 8 stitches, single crochet a bead in the next stitch. So you see how everything lines up, and at this point Jackie's nose is finished. So let's continue by working single crochet into the next 16 stitches, and then we'll begin Scully's nose. So do that and then come back. For the next 3 stitches, you're going to single crochet a bead, and then single crochet, and then single crochet another bead. So I'm done. I'm showing you how everything's lining up. And all you have to do is single crochet into the last 6 stitches and invisible join. Round 10. Single crochet in the first 26 stitches. Finish up Scully's nose. Single crochet a bead into the next stitch. Everything looks great. And now single crochet into the remaining 7 stitches and then invisible join. Round 11. Single crochet all stitches, invisible join. Round 12. Single crochet into the first 2 stitches, and then in each of the next 5 stitches you're going to single crochet a bead. So I'll begin that for you. You remember how to do that single crochet bead stitch. Single crochet a bead into each of the next 5 stitches. Okay, I'm at the last of the 5, so this is what it looks like. And then you're going to single crochet into the next 3 stitches, and then you're going to repeat a single crochet a bead into the next 5 stitches, just like you did right here. Okay, so do that and then come back. I think I forgot to mention that this is the beginning of Jackie's eyes, but anyway, that's what it looks like. And now single crochet into the next 7 stitches, and we'll begin Scully's eyes. So right there, you're going to single crochet a bead into the next 3 stitches. So I'll start that for you. Just single crochet a bead into the next 3 stitches. Here it is. Now single crochet into the next 3 stitches. And now, just like you did before, you will single crochet a bead into each of the next 3 stitches. This is what it looks like. And all you have to do is single crochet into the remaining 3 stitches and invisible join. Round 13, single crochet into the first 2 stitches, and then single crochet a bead into the next stitch. Single crochet into the next 3 stitches, and then single crochet a bead into the stitch after that. Single crochet into the next 3 stitches. After that, you'll repeat the same sequence that you did for the first eye. Single crochet the bead in the next stitch, single crochet in the next 3 stitches, and then single crochet a bead in the next stitch. This is what that looks like. And now we can go ahead and single crochet into the next 6 stitches. Single crochet a bead into the next stitch. Single crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then single crochet a bead into the stitch after that. You're going to repeat that with the second eye, but first go ahead and after you do this stitch, single crochet into the next 3 stitches. Now repeat what you did for the first eye. Single crochet a bead, single crochet in the next 2 stitches, single crochet a bead. Do the same thing. This is what it looks like. And now you can single crochet into the last 2 stitches and invisible join. Round 14, single crochet into the first 3 stitches. Single crochet a bead into the next stitch, and then single crochet into the next stitch after that, and then single crochet a bead into the next stitch after that. Single crochet in each of the next 5 stitches, and then the next 3 stitches after that you're going to repeat what you did for the first eye. So single crochet a bead, and then single crochet, and then single crochet a bead. You do that with the next 3 stitches. This is what it looks like. Go ahead and single crochet into the next 7 stitches. We're at the home stretch, by the way. We're almost done. And now you repeat what you did in round 13 for Scully's eyes. Single crochet a bead into that next stitch. Single crochet into the next 2 stitches. And then single crochet a bead into that next stitch. Go ahead and single crochet in the next 3 stitches. And then you're going to repeat what you did for the first eye again. So single crochet a bead, single crochet 2 stitches, and then single crochet a bead. Scully's eyes are looking great. So let's go ahead and single crochet into those final 2 stitches and invisible join. Round 15, single crochet into the first 4 stitches, single crochet a bead. We are completing Jackie's eyes. There we go. And then single crochet into the next 7 stitches. This is our final beaded round, by the way. Single crochet into the next beaded, single crochet a bead into the next stitch. Jackie's eyes are done. Awesome. Let's finish up Scully's eyes. So single crochet into the next 8 stitches. And then single crochet a bead into the next 4, each of the next 4 stitches to complete one of Scully's eyes. Scully's first eye is complete, so let's complete the second eye. Single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, and then do what you did for the first eye, which is single crochet a bead in each of the next 4 stitches. Scully's eyes are complete, and that also completes the entire face for Jackie and Scully, as you can see. And so all you need to do is single crochet into the remaining 2 stitches and invisible join. Round 16, single crochet all stitches, invisible join. Our 17th and final round. Go ahead and single crochet into that first stitch. And then we're going to work back post single crochet into each stitch into the last stitch. So here's our next stitch. Here's the top of the stitch right here. And then there's the post underneath it, right? You have a space to the right and a space to the left. Go ahead and insert your hook from the wrong side to the right into that space to the right, around the post of the stitch, and then into the space on the left. Yarn over, draw a loop. You have 2 loops on the hook, and then yarn over and draw through those 2 loops. Let's do that again. Insert your hook into the space on the right, around the front of the post, into the space on the left, yarn over, drop a loop, yarn over, draw through the 2 loops. One more time. Into the space on the right, around the front of the post, into the space on the left, yarn over, drop a loop, yarn over, draw through the 2 loops on the hook. Continue back post single crochet until you get to the last stitch of the round. You'll single crochet into that stitch, and then you do your invisible join. I've completed my final invisible join and cut my tail. I'm taking my hook off the loop. And so what I want to do now for a nice finish is I want to bring these stitches together so that there's a nice neat edge, and it's virtually indetectable where they begin and end. So that last stitch, I'm actually going to duplicate that last stitch. And this is how I do it. Pull that loop through and let me thread it onto a tapestry needle. Find the next to last stitch of the round. So that's the next to the last stitch, okay? And this is the last, the one with the stitch mark is the last stitch. Draw the needle up through and between the top 2 loops of that next to last stitch, just like this. And pull. And now locate the first stitch. That I'm going to take that marker up. That has a stitch marker in it, right? Locate the top loops of that stitch and draw the needle underneath those 2 top loops like I'm doing right here. And then make sure that strand covers that last stitch because we're duplicating it. See? Just like that. And then draw it back down between the legs, the loops, sorry, top loops of that next to last stitch, just like that. Adjust it accordingly, not too loose, not too tight, so that it looks continuous until you're satisfied. And I think this looks good. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so there you go. And from there, take the yarn to the wrong side and just weave it underneath the legs like I'm doing. I like to Let me get my tail. I like to loop it around like once, just like that, you see, so that it really grips. No need for knots for this yarn. It kind of sticks to itself, so you're good. Then you cut it, and I'll show you how to do the beginning tail as well. I thread my beginning tail into the tapestry needle, and this one should actually already be coming out of the top two, between the top two loops of that first stitch. And we're just going to create a stitch, okay? Not duplicate, but create. Okay, so we're going to draw the needle under the top two loops of the last stitch and then back down through the top two loops of that first stitch, creating a new stitch. So underneath the top two loops and then around and down through between the loops of the first stitch. Draw the needle to the wrong side and weave in as you did the end tail. I hope you enjoyed this project. Have a wonderful day.